How do you name your character? How do you decide what is the best name? How can you figure out what name best captures the essence of your main character? Today, we're going to discuss some tips on how to name your main character. What is a name? Hi, my name is Vivian and welcome. A name is what is given to you at birth, and it's what people will refer to you as. When your parents decided to give you that specific name at birth, maybe it was a name that had a special meaning, or a name that made a good impression on them, and then they decided to give you that specific name. Do the same for your character. As you are creating your character profile, think about the trials, tribulations, and actions that your character will partake in. Does it leave any impressions on you? Does it bring up any feelings, any emotions? Go ahead and list them down. And as you list them down, also look up any names that may have any of those meanings. And then list those names down, and then choose the name that resonates most with you. Does the name match the personality of the character? Think about the personality and characteristics of your character. Do they have a strong personality? Are they funny? You can create a name from that. An example is in the play Death of a Salesman. The main character's name was Willie Lowman. Lowman, his last name, is a play on his personality because Willie was a very unhappy person and his demeanor was low all the time. You can also name your character based on what they are good at. A popular example is Katniss from The Hunger Games. Katniss is a flower, but it also means archer, and Katniss was a very skilled archer. Another great example is the villain Edward Nygma. His last name, Nygma, is a play on the word enigma. The meaning of enigma is a person or thing that is mysterious or difficult to understand. And if you're familiar with the character the Riddler, aka Edward Nygma, then you know that he really loved puzzles and riddles. Often people had a hard time understanding how Edward's mind worked, and he always was giving Batman hard puzzles and riddles to solve. Also, think about your character's lifestyle. You can create a name based on your character's way of life. A character who lives in the quiet country will have a different name than a character that lives in the bustling city. Name your character based on the literal meaning. What I mean by this is there are some names that have specific meanings, and if your character embodies that meaning, then give them that name. For example, the name Louisa means warrior. So if you have a main character that is a warrior, Louisa will be a fitting name for her. Or if your character has magical powers and was born during a full moon and she received her powers from the moon, then it is fitting to give her a name that means moon, like Luna or Selena. Another great example is Darth Vader. Darth Vader means Dark Father, and that is literally what that character was. Think about the kind of story you're creating. What genre are you writing in? Is it a high fantasy? Maybe a made-up first name and last name with matching syllables will be more appropriate for your story, whereas if it was a historical fiction, the name will apply to the time period and it will sound differently. Also, think about the moods and themes in your book. You can have your character's name represent that mood or theme throughout your story. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. I also have free resources that you can download below. You can see them in the description box. Go ahead and watch the next video here. I'll talk to you next time. Bye!